congratulations.
Yeah.
We've just come away from an absolute barnstormer from start to finish. It was a fantastic fight and a beautiful boxing display from yourself.
Yeah, thank you.
Talk me through it.
It was what we expected. We knew Moorcroft was going to be there till the very end, and he was, and then it was just sticking to my boxing, my movement, sticking on the jab. A few times where I maybe started to switch off, get a little bit lazy. Mike and Dave straight on me, get back to it. It was just fully focused for 8 rounds, and I feel like I was, even if I maybe switched off for 10-15 seconds, as soon as I got tagged, I was like straight on it. We were training for 10 rounds too, and I felt really fit in there. But I didn't need to do too much in terms of what I was doing was the right amount, where I think if I was to up my game and stop bringing it a bit more of a fight, it would play into James' hands more. So I just had to keep it to my boxing, keep it long, and just use my feet and use my boxing brain basically.
Absolutely, and your feet and your movement were just on point from start to finish, and it's something that we know to love about you, is you've got that fast movement, you're the switcher, we never know what's going to come next. You do.
No, I don't either.
You're not supposed to say that. It's supposed to I know every punch perfect, it's fine. But no, it really does show.
Yeah.
And you seem to grow in confidence.
Yeah, I grew into that fight. Yeah.
Yes.
I think like round 6 and 7 were probably my best rounds, and I kind of, not being disrespectful to Moorcroft, but I started to rest, chill more. Just thought this is my game. Do you know what I mean? But then there was times again, James would step up a little bit when he knew he needed to. But I just think that fight as well could have been on telly. Should have been on telly. I think everyone around it, all applause, it was fight of the night, easily fight of the night. It was
100%. I mean, we've got 2 fights left of the night, and obviously
back in the Isle of Man where I'm from, I've got a couple of pubs and clubs and stuff with hundreds of people in, all wanting to watch the fight, all paid to get into the pubs, and we were expecting to have it on telly, but it was on the stream. So everyone sort of, it's not the same as being on the telly. Not that I would have loved it being on telly. It's still a great opportunity for me. It's still worldwide. Everyone's watching me, so it's gonna do me the world of good. But I think even Wasserman maybe getting sort of look at me and maybe start backing me too, get me again down on another show. I know McGregor and Lowe are gonna have the get on. I know it's meant to be this time.
Of them in the ring after.
Yeah, so I'd like Wasserman to maybe even sign me up. If Steve could get that on.
Well, I think you're in a position now to be able to make those requests and speak to Steve and ask for that.
I think with that backing, I could go really far in the sport. You probably know yourself. You need that backing, you need that promotional team. Steve's doing what he can with me and all the other VIP fighters, but it does make a big difference. You get that backing off someone like Wasserman, or even if it's someone else. But like I said, that fight is going to open doors now. For next year. I don't know what's going to come around the corner, and if in this boxing game it's unpredictable, but it puts me in a good way for next year, definitely.
Absolutely, and I think the thing is, you said going into this fight, this was the biggest chance of your life.
100%.
And you've also said that you were ready for it.
Yeah.
And you've proved that.
Yeah.
You've proved that tonight. You've announced yourself on the Wasserman card, albeit on the streaming side of things. But like you've just said, this is the first step now to moving on and moving into bigger. Yeah, 100%.
And I'm not in a sprint either. I'm only 25, still fairly young in the sport. Still got a lot. Still got a lot to learn. So, if I could get back on and even do another 8 rounder and then maybe start chasing titles, and I don't need to start rushing, because this fight wasn't originally a 10 rounder,
yes.
And I feel like when it did jump into 8, it probably did play into my hands more, because it's a big jump going from 6 to 10.
Yeah.
But we were ready, nonetheless. Like, if it was a 10 rounds, I would be like, I'm winning this 10 rounds.
Because you've prepared for 10 rounds before.
Yeah. So I prepared for a few 8 rounders, but they didn't come off. So I've only ever done a 6 rounder with my most. But we were doing a 10 round spar, and then we got a call in the 7th round, I think it was, saying, it's been dropped to an 8 rounder. So, but we were ready for the 10 rounds. Do you know what I mean? But I would probably like maybe another 8 rounder. Like I said, if Wasserman could get me back on, maybe give me some backing and give me a direction, and say, right, listen, we want to do this, and get you at this point. That's what I think I deserve and I need.
Well, I think, like I say, you're certainly in a position to start asking those questions, and activity is key. And you last boxed in October.
Yeah. So well.
And you got the call, correct me if I'm wrong, like on the Monday for the Moorcroft
So
fight.
well, I fought on October the 5th, and then it was actually in the changing rooms. When I come out, they were like, it could be potentially another fight for you against Moorcroft, and we just said yeah. I don't even think I got a chance to say yeah. I think Mike and Dave were like yeah, and I think they know me well enough to be like that. You know, I'm game for that. And then I think it was like a couple of days later, it was like yeah, it's on, or maybe a week later. So I was straight back in the gym. Obviously that helped me because going from one camp straight into the other, you're not going up weight, and it was just a lot easier this camp. It was a lot easier. Saying it was hard, but it was easy in terms of, you know, just going from one straight into another.
Yeah.
Because I got injured in May.
Right.
I was meant to fight in May in Blackpool, so that was a little like I started off the year brilliant, beating an undefeated lad from the VIP fight, I think too, Staffos.
Yeah. Oh,
back in Liverpool.
yes.
So that was a great start.
Staffos, yeah.
And then he was undefeated, I was undefeated, I won, and then it was to, you know, move on, keep active, and then I got an injury to the shoulder, and then that put me back a bit. Got back out in October, and then this comes, so it just shows you that it goes like you're up, then you're down again, and the next minute you're back up the top. So
but it's all a lesson,
it's
or a
life,
blessing,
isn't it? Life.
And when you're learning from those things, then you go out and you improve on the next performance, and so on and so forth.
100%.
I'm so pleased for you. I mean, it's really hard for us because
VIP,
you know.
Well, Moorcroft came up to me at the end, and he's a cracking lad. Got nothing bad to say about him.
Absolutely.
He's. I don't know anyone that's ever heard a bad word about him.
No, he's a lovely guy, and you know,
he'll come again as well.
Absolutely,
he'll come again. He's a good fighter.
And you know, there was a few rounds that you shared. I thought, you know, there was a few rounds that I found quite difficult to score. And he seemed to kind of sit down on some of those punches and hit quite hard, but the cleaner, crisper work I felt came from you, and that was more consistent kind of through the fight. But a great performance.
Yeah, and we knew it was going to be times where he was going to, you know, really put on me, and it was just it's an 8-round fight, innit? So if someone wins 20 seconds of a round, there's still 2 minutes 40 seconds to win the round. So it was about staying composed and just keeping to the game plan.
And you did that, you absolutely did. And it was lovely to see you both share those words afterwards, actually.
Yeah, like I said, full respect to both of us. Do you know what I mean? We've got no bad words to say about each other, and we just gave the fans a great fight.
You absolutely did. And there's nothing wrong in what a VIP fighter versus a VIP fighter. A lot of people don't want to take those kind of fights. They don't want to put their O on the line. You know, and you've both stepped up, and you've both taken that chance tonight. And yeah, packed out Bolton. Your fans were fantastic.
It was a great atmosphere. I was absolutely made up. My fans, honestly, I can't thank them enough for the support, because I could hear them all singing.
Yeah.
And it was just pushing me on, but pushed me on a way where I wasn't going mad. Just like if I ever felt a little bit tired this one, I was like, yeah, just keep going.
Maybe Steve needs to get us over to the Isle of Man then, because honestly,
there's so many people that have been trying to get me over. I don't know what the score is with it. I'll speak to Steve again, but that would be a sellout, trust me.
Well, you're obviously fighting away from home when you're here. You live in Liverpool.
Yeah.
We're here in Bolton, and you're from over there originally.
Yeah.
And you can bring those kind of fans here, and you've got that kind of fan base watching it online as well. Can you imagine what we'd do if we could get you at home?
There'd be thousands. I honestly do believe there'd be thousands in the Isle of Man wanting to watch me.
And obviously this was a step up for you on paper today. Do you think that brought the best out in you?
Yeah, and I think that's just a normal thing for a lot of boxers. It's when it's time to step up, you do it. It was like I was speaking to is it Lyndon Arthur?
Lyndon Arthur, yeah.
And
who boxed here quite on the last Wasserman
I was
card.
up at my last spar was up at Pat Barrett's gym.
Okay.
And he was speaking to me, and he was like, "Listen, when you get told you're doing a 12-rounder, you don't get tied to the 12th round. When you do a 10-round, you get tied to the 10 round." He said it's just, as soon as you have to step up to that, you just do it. And it's true. I remember when you come in the gym and you get told what you're doing in the gym, and you the first round on the bag or whatever you're doing, you're like, oh, I don't know if I can do these 10 rounds on the bag.
I always say the warm-up's the worst part of any kind of workout, isn't it?
And the next minute, it's like the last round, you think, I've done it.
Yeah.
I've got through it somehow. It's just like that. But like we said there, stepping up, I had to step up. If I was not on my A game today, I mean, Moorcroft's last 2 fights here have been 2 knockouts in the second round.
Yes, they have, yeah.
So
2 second round stoppages. Yeah.
I knew I had to be on it.
And then went the distance in that European title.
And that's a fight that we looked at because me and Ethan James, who beat him, fairly similar in a way, in terms of style switching and stuff. So maybe that again could be in the future. Could be a fight me and Ethan James.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'd love Wasserman to back me and sign me up. I don't see why they can't.
Wasserman, you've heard it here first, and we certainly saw it here tonight.
Yeah. Just a quick one as well. Can I just thank all my sponsors here? If
Absolutely,
you've got them in.
you can stand by. Let's twiddle them down.
Just get them in on the thing. I won't mention them all just yet. I'll put a little post on social media.
Go,
but
look at that.
without
Nice
them, I mean, without these, honestly, I can't do it. Bottom one's Davies Construction.
That's it.
Honestly, without all these, I can't do it. And it's simple as that. Massive respect to all of them for helping me out.
Oh,
thank you.
Brilliant. Congratulations, champ.
Thanks, man. Cheers.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also, Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.